another 60 years from today, which will be the year 2083. This is a challenge that I want Kenyans to reflect on, where we are going to be 60 years from today. Will we still be a country going around the world with begging bowls? Will we still be a country struggling with the weight of corruption, tribalism, lack of accountability, and empty promises for which the promise makers pay no price? Are we able to set the stage for a future of a dramatic departure from the Kenya of today? As a nation, we have always had great ideals on paper, including in our constitution and various policy documents like the Vision 2030. We have values and principles of governance that include patriotism, national unity, sharing and devolution of power, the rule of law, democracy, and participation of the people. We also aspire for human dignity, equity, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability, among others. We aspire to live in unity, peace, and liberty. We aspire to be a nation of plenty. We aspire to be a caring nation that provides the best possible medical care to all its citizens. A nation that provides the best possible education to its children for free. That's why we promised, as Azimio, free education in primary, secondary, up to university level. We have always aspired to be the nation that extends a helping hand to the elderly, the needy, the widows, and the orphans through social security safety net programs. The founding vision is a critical document for nations that proceed to succeed. Now that we are in Catholic institution, you can turn to the book of Joshua chapter 1 for an understanding of the value of the founding vision. God talks to Joshua about the founding vision in the following words, and I quote, "Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful." Unquote. Today, we are way off the original dream. The nation is reeling under the heavy burden of corruption, officially sanctioned tribalism, heavy burden of taxation, and a harsh and heartless leadership. We are not the confident nation we have been over the decades. Once upon a time, Kenyans were too proud and so confident of their nation that they refused to seek jobs abroad, including the United Nations. Today, our people are scrambling to leave the country. A recent study by Pew Research showed that up to 54% of Kenyans would wish to relocate from the country. Our children are struggling to get farm jobs in Israel, to be house helps in Saudi Arabia, and security personnel in Qatar. And the president is looking for jobs for them there, to become ayahs there. Government officers themselves, including a whole president, openly say that they're trying to get jobs abroad for Kenyans. Young people The new skills and knowledge that we need are being exported because the government cannot create jobs. And the government sees it as an achievement. It is the responsibility of our government to create jobs in the country, not to look for jobs outside. When you have a whole president running out there that is looking for jobs for people here, something is terribly wrong. We live on debt, but we still live large. We drove ourselves into the trap of the IMF and the World Bank and their unusual conditionalities that are driving us back to the 1980s and 90s. We are on the downward spiral, and a steady one at that. We are staring at a doomed future. We are uncertain and fearful of what tomorrow holds. We live one day at a time because the longer-term founding vision has been dropped. It is my position that if we return to the founding vision of this country, Kenya can emerge in its 80th or 120th anniversary as one of Africa's greatest democracies and a secure and flourishing homeland for her children. You can emerge as a democratic state that is governed by law, respects human rights, and rejects corruption.